What is lifting state up in React?
When several components need to share the same changing data, then it is recommended to lift the shared state up to their closest common ancestor. That means if two child components share the same data from its parent, then move the state to parent instead of maintaining local state in both of the child components.
What are the lifecycle methods of React?
Following are the lifecycle methods for ReactJS 16.3 and above. 1. Get derived state from props, invoked right before calling render and is invoked on every render. This exists for rare use cases where you need a derived state. Worth reading if you need a derived state. 2. Component did mount, executed after first rendering, and here all AJAX requests, DOM or state updates, and setup event listeners should occur. 3. Should component update, determines if the component will be updated or not. By default, it returns true. If you are sure that the component doesn't need to render after state or props are updated, you can return a false value. It is a great place to improve performance as it allows you to prevent a re-render if component receives new prop. 4. Get snapshot before update, executed right before the rendered output is committed to the DOM. Any value returned by this will be passed into component did update. This is useful to capture information from the DOM, i.e. scroll position. 5. Component did update, mostly it is used to update the DOM in response to prop or state changes. This will not fire if should component update returns false. 6. Component will unmount, it will be used to cancel any outgoing network requests, or remove all event listeners associated with the component.
What are higher-order components?
A higher-order component, HOC, is a function that takes a component and returns a new component. Basically, it's a pattern that is derived from React's compositional nature. We call them pure components because they can accept any dynamically provided child component, but they won't modify or copy any behavior from their input components. HOC can be used for many use cases. 1. Code reuse, logic and bootstrap abstraction. 2. Render hijacking. 3. State abstraction and manipulation. 4. Props manipulation.
What is context?
Context provides a way to pass data through the component tree without having to pass props down manually at every level. For example, authenticated user, locale preference, UI theme need to be accessed in the application by many components.
What is children prop?
Children is a prop, this.prop.children, that allow you to pass components as data to other components, just like any other prop you use. Component tree put between components opening and closing tag will be passed to that component as children prop. There are a number of methods available in the React API to work with this prop. These include react.children.map, react.children.forEach, react.children.count, react.children.only, react.children.toArray.